who would leave a corporate world with 3 young children and a great job, a wonderful company that I love dearly, and say, no, I'm called to something else, and I'm going to give all that up in order to work very, very hard for 3 years to something that may or may not succeed. The idea behind Fairbanks Court was that we wanted to do senior care differently. It's senior care, but it's in a house. It's in a home in a neighborhood and doesn't feel like a facility or a clinic.
David is working here full-time now. He's been working 2 jobs, running this and working at his oil and gas job, and that was a huge strain on our family, and probably here too, but he's now here full-time. So
we decided back in the spring that we were going to go ahead and move away from the engineering job and come here and be the director of my own company. And we set the somewhat arbitrary date of August 13th and began working towards that date. So August 13th came around. We had a very quick little vacation for 1 week, and we came back from that vacation while the storm was bearing down on Texas. The week that we were gone, we lost 2 more residents. We had lost 2 early in August, and then we lost 2 more here at the 2nd week in August. And he called those folks home at the exact right time.
If we get some vacancies before a big storm comes, and financially it's scary that we're down to lower numbers, well, those are open beds that other people can stay in. We couldn't have planned that. We couldn't have even known that we wanted that, and yet here we are.
The first one came via an article on ABC 13, a picture of a lady who was in her hospital bed with the water rising. She was in her fetal position up against the corner under the window in her home, and the water's rising. Her daughter, walking around in waist-deep water through the house, took the picture saying, "We need help, and please come and get my mom." And she was a stroke victim and needed specialty care. She needed to be transported in the right way. I saw the story with my caregivers here. We had been here for 24 hours already, and here was this news story of this lady, and it just struck me that I've only got 12 people in this house. I have beds, and I have caregivers, I have extra staff, I have oxygen, I have everything that someone might need. I have continence products, I've got a hospital bed specifically, that this is what this lady needs. She doesn't need to go to George R. Brown, she needs to come to Fairbanks Court. But first responders got her out of there, and they did bring her to the convention center, where me and her grandson started working on getting her to Fairbanks Court, and we've now been able to give her a room and a hospital bed. It was what they're waiting on her. So we now have 3 folks that have been with us now for 8 days. They're now members of the family, and we're just so grateful. We're the ones that have been so blessed. We're just so grateful that God has put us in a position to have the space for them. And
everyone keeps making a big deal about how Houstonians have come together after this storm to take care of each other, and it's amazing and beautiful, and I am glad that we are showing the rest of the country this because they needed to see it. But it's not surprising. We saw that when everyone else in Houston was coming together to take care of each other, we were able to do it too.